Everybody, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. How's you guys' day been? Good? Let me know down in the comments below. So last episode we got ourselves our healing axe, which is amazing now that we don't have to be worrying about eating food. We can just like run around, and once we get hungry we can just put it in, hold it in our hand, and boom, we regenerate all our saturation, which is perfect. Which allows me now to go off and explore without having to worry about carrying food with me. And because of that, I was able to do a lot of mining. Welcome to the pit. Yeah, I've mined out everything here. And yeah, if we look at the minimap here, we can see we mined out 3 garnetin veins, 2 gold veins, a lapis vein, a salt vein, and I'm in the process of digging out a mineral sands vein. Yeah, this place has been completely obliterated from all of its resources. The only thing left is all the small ores, but I'm not too worried about them since the big ores is what I'm mainly after. And thanks to all that mining, we were able to get ourselves quite a good supply of silver. There's a lot less here, but I actually have a lot more. I've been making some silver plates already, and I have 3 more stacks down here ready to be turned into plates, which should be going ahead. Is this guy? Nope, he's actually doing it now. Perfect. So yeah, we were making ourselves a lot of steel or silver plates because we're going to be making now high pressure solar boilers. They require triple silver plates now. And this is what I want to upgrade our steam production to instead of just using small coal boilers. And to do that, we're also going to need a way to be able to buffer all that steam because we're going to be producing more than our machines here are going to be using. And to do that, we're going to need ourselves a railcraft iron tank. And I've already gone ahead and made all the components for it here. So this thing here required a lot of iron, but we have everything. Just iron screws and plates, not a problem. And now I'm trying to figure out how I want to set everything up. This is what's kind of tricking me, because I don't know what to do. Because I already tore these down, but I had to re-put them back down because I ran out of steam. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to use the space up here properly. This portal definitely needs to move because currently every time I return from the nether, I fall through the ground, which is not good. I don't know why that happens, but I'm going to have to move this portal somewhere else. We did have a drowned creeper explosion over there, so I need to clean that up. I already did fill it up with cobblestone, so there's no more water in it, but all that cobblestone on the outside could have silverfish. So I'd rather wait until I had a ranged weapon that I can use to shoot them at a distance. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to do this. And the biggest size we can make for this iron tank is a 9x8, I think, because that's what it says. Max height is 8 and diameter is 9. So I don't know exactly how big I want to go, but if we look down here, this is the roof above our machines. And I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to lay this out. So that's what's kind of currently stopping me from like setting up everything right now. And oh yeah, we also have our blast furnaces here that I've been keeping going since last episode. And you can see there is 3 more of them here. And yeah, we are producing so much steel at the moment. It's ridiculous. I've been keeping those guys topped up non-stop. And because of that, we've got nearly 20 stacks of steel, which is amazing. But yeah, so how do I want to set this up? That's the real question. I was thinking of having the tank underground, like in the ceiling, but then it's going to look a bit off. So maybe I should just have it on the surface here. And before I go away and tear all these tanks down, I want to make sure I have all the materials I need to make ourselves our actual high pressure solar boilers. To make these, we're going to need 2 new materials. Bricked wrought iron hull, which requires raw iron. Raw iron is made by smelting iron nuggets and throwing those nuggets through a compressor to make yourself your actual ingot. The only other way to make raw iron is through an electric blast furnace, and that is, I think, done through iron and something else. I can't remember. Oh, it's made through the arc furnace with oxygen. That's it. Okay. So yeah, we won't be doing that for a good while. So I've made myself here a stack of mixed metal ingots. That is made by combining iron, bronze, and tin. These will now go through a compressor to make us industrial alloy. And it seems we're currently having issues with our mass forge hammer. And another thing I've also been working on is making ourselves a ton of this raw rubber dust. This is very simple to make. You just get it by throwing either slimy leaves, slime balls, sticky resin, or rubber trees, or rubber wood through the extractor. And yeah, I've gotten quite a bit of it here. Why is this not keeping up? I guess our steam production is just not capable of handling it all, but that's fine. And you know what? We can probably turn off that macerator. We don't need him going for the time being because we are going to be upgrading him to a multi-block. So we can just turn off the machine right here, and I'll just place the hammer on it so I know that machine is turned off. And using this now, we see in here we have advanced alloy. This advanced alloy now needs to be smelted together in an alloy smelter with glass, and that will make us our reinforced glass. It's 2 plus 3 to make 4, so we only need 1 for 3. So 1 alloy is nearly 1 high pressure steam boiler, solar boiler. And there it is, 4 reinforced glass. Using that now, we can make ourselves our first high pressure solar boiler. So what are we missing? Triple silver plates. So silver in here. Let's go down and grab the other silver out of the forge hammer. So to make triple silver plates, you have to get double silver plates. So hammer plus silver. Other way. This will make double silver plates. So we'll make a bunch of those. And then you combine those then with a single plate to make the triple plate. There we go. So we have 12, and that should be enough to make this guy. But the only thing we're missing is the bricked wrought iron hull. So that's going to require some brick and wrought iron plates. And then that should be as simple as just running this through here like this. So we got 21 of those. And there is our first high pressure solar boiler. What are we missing? Reinforced glass. Okay, we just need to wait for a lot more of that to be made. All right, we have 7 high pressure solar boilers. That should be enough to get our whole system up and running. But the problem is I still don't know how I'm going to set this up. So I'm kind of figuring out, I need to make sure I turn off the water going to these cold boilers, or we're going to have an explosion. So let's dismantle these guys now. We should have enough of everything. And we might just tear everything down here and reset it up properly. All right, so this is the roof where we're going to have it. So we're going to have to figure out exactly where we're going to run this now. So we want the pipe definitely to be coming out right here, because this should be the center of all the back of the machines. Yeah, and this is the way it's all going to be run then, unless I do it here. Yeah, maybe we'll do it there instead. So the way I'm hoping to have this set up is we're going to have this thing as a 5x5. So that's 5, and then here's 5 again. And then we just cover everything down here like that. And then we'll have our iron tank valve right here. Does this work via gravity? I'm not sure. I think it does. I could be wrong. But the way we want now is to build this thing up probably about 7 tall. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's probably how tall we're going to go inside. All right. And then we can have our input right here. So now we need to figure out where we're going to be setting up all of our different fluid inputs. So we need to go up here and figure that out. All right, let's tear down this water tower and then we'll set up a proper location for it. Right, so this is where the entrance to the tank is, and this is the center of the chunk we're in. So we're going to try and set up some sort of like power production right here. Temporarily, let's just put these guys down. As long as we don't pump water into these guys, they will not explode. But also, where do I want to set up our water tanks? I think they can go right into the corner right here. So if we set these guys up the way I'm thinking of doing it, because I don't know how far back this way I want to go into the mountain. I'm wondering, should I do something similar to what I did down here with the whole like half cut out circle? Should I do the same thing up here? Maybe we'll have like our power production and everything up this side of the mountain. I don't know, because I definitely want to make sure I do some building down out that direction. So I want to be able to build a factory or do something out in this whole open area. I don't want to waste it. So there's one tank. Hello, pigman. Yeah, these guys keep coming out of the portal. It's annoying. But here we go. So 3 water tanks. We could get a 4th one set up here. Yeah, let's get a 4th one. All right, so that's 4 water tanks. And now we need to figure out how we're going to hook up the actual solar boilers. Because we'll probably do something like water tanks, solar boilers, water tanks, solar boilers, water tanks, probably the whole length of the top here, these 3 chunks. And probably by then, we'll be moving into a better source of power production. So we probably won't need these here anymore, and we can probably take them back down. So you know what? Let's do it like that so it's temporary. And if we do need more, we can always expand it out more that direction or set up another set of them right there. So I think that's what we'll do. And have the platform for all of this now. So let's make ourselves a little bit... Oh, maybe I should have had these up one more higher. Yeah, I'm actually going to raise these up one more block higher. And we'll have a foundation right here of all this cobblestone that we can use to place all of our solar boilers on. Okay, I decided that instead of having it floating in the air, we'll just bring it down to the surface level here so it actually looks like it's part of the top here. And we got ourselves our 4 water tanks right here. And now we're going to connect up our solar boilers. Now the thing is, we need to make sure there's plenty of water in this thing at all times. So let's actually set up the full infrastructure. So we're going to have large bronze fluid pipes going all the way down to where the entrance of this valve is. So the farthest part we can go is to here. So the valve will go here. And then we'll have our steam pipe coming down, connecting it to right there. Where's my wrench gone? All right, and now we just want to make sure everything points in this direction. And then we'll add the connections here for the input of the steam from the steam boilers. And then same thing here for the water. All right, hopefully everything here is ready. So let's hook up the steam or the solar boilers. So they should all start filling with water. Yes, they are. And once it turns daytime, I'll go down and sleep down a second. These guys should start producing steam, which will travel along this large bronze pipe, then down this pipe right here into the buffer, the iron tank. I need to harvest a lot more sticky resin to be able to make more water tanks, and I'm also going to need a few more solar boilers for this side, but right now, this should be enough to keep our entire setup running. So let's see if it does. It'll probably take a few minutes before it to build up, but we should start seeing steam inside the buffer. Well, the pipes are full of steam, but I don't see it going down the way. Oh, that's why. I must have actually disconnected it there. So now we're buffering steam. Okay, that's better. So we can see the steam is starting to slowly build up, and now all we have to do is hook that steam up into our new pipe we're going to run down from here, and that should be able to run all of our different machines, hopefully. Let's grab out our steam machines that we just put away and get them all hooked back up running on the new steam supply. So I want to have a 2-section gap here because I want to have 2 steam macerators, and then we're going to have an oven, and this is where the new machines are probably going to start along this wall. We'll probably have another macerator or something here. So let's start on this side here. Small macerator. We'll have our compressor, forge hammer, alloy smelter, and extractor. We'll have all our chests and then hoppers. All right, and now we need to figure out how we're going to run our steam pipe around. Yeah, we'll probably just have it run down and then plug it into the machines. All right, let's do that. All right, so all the pipe shuttering is set up, so just connect these to where they need to go. All right, every machine here should have steam. Just add the vent ports onto each and every one of them. And now they're good to get going. So let's keep compressing up our silver and our mixed metal ingots, so that way we can get ourselves more solar boilers up and running. And we should have plenty of steam in our backlog now. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we are nearly already a quarter full. That's perfect. Right, now that we have steam being built up, let's make our next multi-block. That is the steam macerator. Now, I know we already have the single block version, but we're going to make the multi-block version, the steam grinder. This thing can do 8 things at a time, which is way better than just 1 ore at a time. So we can do 8 in parallel, which will speed up our ore processing by a lot. So to make this now, we're going to need a lot of bronze plated bricks, which is just brick and bronze plates. That's fine. We need a new material here called tumbaga, or tumbaga, whatever way you want to pronounce it. This is going to be a mixture of gold and copper, like so. So it's a 3-to-1, makes 10 dust, and then that just smelted, and then we make our rods into frames and whatever. So let's grab 1 stack of gold. Was the 3 stacks of... was 3 the copper to one of this, wasn't it? So we only have enough to do 42, which is still a lot. So we'll go throw this into the macerator right now. Actually, it probably would be quicker just to do it through the mortars. Is that not it? Oh, it's Tumbaga mix, which is gold. Okay, so it's double gold to copper makes Tumbaga mix. Okay, so I need a little bit more gold than that. And then it's that Tumbaga mix with gold dust makes Tumbaga. Okay, that's better. So we have nearly 3 stacks of Tumbaga. So let's throw this through our furnaces here. All right. And we'll put the rest of the dust in here to be smelted later on. Let's work on making ourselves the bronze plated brick. Looking at the multi-block for this thing here, this is the shape it's going to be. It's a 3x3x3, and we're going to have a steam input hatch, an item input bus, and an item output bus. So we need to have those 3 items as well. And they're just the steam variants, so they don't require anything fancy, just some tin, bronze, Tumbaga, and a hopper. So we'll throw our first 12 Tumbaga in here to turn into plates. Is that slower than before? That seems way slower than before. And another thing I think we have a skeleton inside our smeltery. Yep, we do. Things keep spawning in here and they keep dying, filling this thing up with blood. Yeah, that's annoying. Well, nothing I can do about it. As long as they stay in there, I don't care. So more bronze or more brick with bronze plates. I don't have much more bronze, so let's throw all this bronze here through the forge hammer as well. I thought I had a ton of bronze before I started this, but clearly I do not. And the only thing I'm lacking in is copper. So I might need to go hit a copper vein at some point. But if we're going into the nether now, once I have this set up, we'll be able to hit like one of the special veins. Well, it's not really special, but one of the copper veins in the nether. And that should give us the same yield as this tin. If we find ourselves Cal copyright ore inside the nether version, it smelts into 2. And if we macerate it, we'll get 4. So that's 4 copper per ore we find in the nether. So we're definitely going to do that. So all of these now need to be turned into rods. Then rods then be turned into a frame with a wrench, right? Yep. So we'll grab about 4 of those. And this should make us now, once we have our pistons, which we have them up here, we'll add those in there. And the only thing we're missing now is the bronze plates. So plated brick, that's only 3. We need 4. This thing is taking forever. I can't wait to actually get into LV tier machines. The only thing we need now is 2 diamonds. We're actually going to need 4 since we're making 2 steam macerators. And here is our first block, the actual controller. For the input bus, we are missing tin plates and more bronze plates. I do have tin, only a small bit of it, but we're not lacking on tin. So here's our 2 input buses and then our 2 output buses. Now for the steam input, we just need a ultra low voltage fluid tank, which is going to require a large clay fluid pipe. And we have everything but that. That is going to be clay plates, which is clay dust through a compressor. I do a small bit of clay right here, so let's crush this up. Or is it more efficient to do this through the macerator? How long does this take in the macerator? Only a couple ticks? Yeah, that'll be fine. And here is our second controller. So all we need to do now is just kind of lay these guys out the way we want them. So this block will go here. Everything we made out of this plated brick. And then the grinder. And then we're going to have a output bus right here. And an input bus right here. Now the only thing... What did that change? Okay. The only thing is these guys here don't have automatic input and automatic output. So we will have to use hoppers for the time being. But eventually, once we get into getting ourselves cables and stuff, we'll be able to get ourselves our conveyor belts. And these conveyor belts here will then be able to transfer items. It says 1 stack every 20 seconds as cover. And they're fairly cheap to make. It's just silicon plates or rubber sheets, motors, and tin cable. And the motors are just iron and magnetic iron, copper wire, and everything. It's pretty basic, but we definitely need to get ourselves copper now going soon. And yeah, here comes in all the clay. And then this goes in the compressor. That is so loud down there. Right, so we have enough now to make ourselves our 2 large clay pipes. We'll hold on to the rest. And here is our ultra low voltage fluid tank. Oh yeah, I need a second bucket of water. There we go. And this will give us now... actually, no, it won't. Because we are completely out of bronze. So, unfortunately, we do have to go on a bit of a supply run. Yeah, we need to go get more copper to make more bronze. So, I guess let's gear up and go out to the copper mines. Okay, I'm back from mining, and this is all the copper I managed to get. I think I cleared out about 3 copper veins, so yeah, we shouldn't have any issues with copper for a while. Right, let's get this processed up and make more bronze. Right, this should be the last block now, hopefully, and I hope the steam hatch works on top. And did the structure form? Yeah, it's formed. Okay, all we have to do now is just hook up the steam. Right, now this thing is ready to start processing up all of our ores. We just need to turn it on inside, and if we come up here and grab out, I don't know, more copper if we have any stored away. Even like all this iron, we can throw this into here and give it a second. It should turn online. Yep, and now it's going to make us 16 iron crushed ore, and it's going to take, what's that, 30 seconds? And yeah, then we can just hook up a hopper, pump all of the things out, and then have a chest or something here to be able to auto-eject the stuff out. But unfortunately, we do need the conveyor belt to do that. So to get that now, we need to go to the nether and find ourselves another resource, sulfur. So to do that, we need to grab all our mining stuff and head in straight into the nether. Hopefully nothing dangerous is waiting on the other side for us, because this portal seems to be very buggy for me. And yeah, of course I'm under the ground. Don't know why it does this, but it does. Hopefully no pigmen's angry at me. Doesn't look like it. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of pigment around here that I'm kind of cautious of. But anyway, we need to find ourselves at least some small sulfur ore. That's iron. Limonite, so there's definitely a limonite vein around here somewhere. We have another quartz vein over here. So it'll probably take me a moment to find one, but hopefully we can find one fairly quick. Oh, here's another quartz vein. All right, I'm going to run around for a moment until I can see if I can find a sulfur vein. That looks like sulfur over here, actually. Sulfur? Yeah, this is a sulfur area, so open our chunk borders and see if we can find one. Okay, this sulfur vein took me forever to find. I've located all these other ores because the sulfur small was over here, so I went this way. Nah, finding more redstone, iron, and emerald, where I should have been, down in the bottom right. So we finally found our sulfur vein, but the only issue is we got pigmen. So I'm gonna have to try and clear the space out before I can mine everything, or we're gonna have really bad issues on our hand. And I guess we'll probably start around here. Right, let me see how much does I can mine up before dying. All right, I'm back from the nether, and I had to leave early because too many pigmen spawned in the area, but I did locate like 2 extra different sulfur veins, which is good, so we can always come back for those. But it probably would be better to get ourselves auto miners, so we're probably looking to getting those soon. But for now, we have tons of sulfur ore here, so let's throw this through the macerator. And oh yeah, we need to build a second one now. Plenty of bronze now, so hopefully we have enough here to finish the rest of this. And using some of the impure sulfur dust that we found, there's 12 of it here, 1 here, anything else with some crushed ores there. Yep, okay, and we could actually just do this here. So the 40 of that, let's throw this in the cauldron to clean. And there we go. So using that sulfur dust now with our raw rubber dust, wherever I decided to put that. Where did I put that? Oh, it's all up in here because I broke all the machines. So using the raw rubber dust and sulfur dust, we should be able to put this through an alloy smelter. That and that should give us rubber bars, and then we can throw that in the forge hammer to turn into plates, and then we can use those plates to make ourselves our first new equipment, which is going to be the piston boots. These things give us jump boost and step assist, which is something I would really love. And actually, while everything here is crafting, there's one more machine as well as the steam macerators we want to get. And that is going to be the steam oven. That's going to require 2 sets of all this now. So high pressure boiler tanks, which is going to require steel casing. This steel casing is a little bit different because you have to repress a steel plate. So I should have enough of everything in here. So let's just make a whole half stack of these if we can. And then using those with a high pressure furnace, which is going to require a ton of wrought iron. So here there are 2 high pressure furnaces, and we need steel firebox casings now, which is going to require this. What are we out of? Steel rods. And then we just need the high pressure thing, which is going to require steel bolts or steel screws. So saw and file. And that is our steam oven. All I need now is some pipe to hook it up. There we go. And we can just connect the steam down from the top here. And yep, it's filling with steam. Just enable all the shuttering. There we go. And anything we have in here now, for instance, all this magnetite, we can chuck this in here and it'll smelt 9 things at a time. There, and then it'll start filling up that buffer. So as long as we have enough steam to keep everything here running, right now our buffer is completely filled, so we should have no issues with steam for the time being. But just in case, I probably do need to get more solar boilers and water tanks up there soon. Alright, and the second steam grinder is operational, I think. Yes, it is. So now all of the crushed ores we're getting in here now, so all this sulfur dust will go in here, make impure sulfur dust. Then we just need to get a simple ore washer at some point to be able to wash it automatically. But for now, we can just throw water or it in a cauldron of water. But now we also have our rubber bars made, so we can chuck these in here. No? Or is it into the compressor, actually? How do I make the plates now? Oh, wait, do we need to get into the extruder first? We might need the extruder or bending machine to be able to do this. Okay, never mind. We might have to wait for the piston boots till next episode. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We can alloy smelt with a plate mold. Oh, hang on. So the plate mold is a blank cast. So I do. So pour out some aluminium brass. This will make a blank cast. In here then, I want to turn this into this. And to actually turn this into the mold we need to pour steel over it. And I think that's 4 ingots of steel we need. So in the steel go. And we just need to wait for that to melt. So all the steel is now melted. So pour it over the cast. And that is only 1 out of like the 6 we need to make here. We're going to need a lot of these casts now later. But for now, this is all we need. So essentially, I should be able to put this in here with the rubber to make plates. Once it's done making more rubber. Probably don't need all of it. How many does it need to make 1 plate? 2. And it does it very quickly. So that's our rubber sheet, and we should be able to make ourselves our piston boots. And this should be our piston boots. There we go. And now we can jump higher, and we can actually run up blocks, which is going to make our life so much easier when we're traversing our area. So if we look at here, instant step assist. Perfect. Now I can run up this mountain without having to stop the jump every time. And with these extra piston boots, I can get a way higher leap to be able to travel a lot further with the hang glider. Amazing. Right, let's get to work on making ourselves our first LV circuit, and in the next episode we can finally break into the LV age. So our first circuit is this one here, the electronic circuit. This is going to require vacuum tubes, a circuit board, resistors, and red alloy cable. Red alloy cable we already have, so that's not an issue. The vacuum tubes is going to require a new thing, which is glass tubes, which is glass dust and a ball mold inside of the alloy smelter. So we need to make this now. So ball mold. So we need to cast out another blank cast. And if that's the case, I might as well smelt down an entire stack of steel. So that way we can cast everything else we need. We also are completely out of aluminium. And aluminium is what I'm using to make this aluminium brass. So we're going to have to try and figure out how to get aluminium, but I know once we get 4 electronic circuits and we put that in the assembler with a diamond, I think we get a quick and dirty portal generator, which will allow us to access the Twilight Forest. But we need to get the assembler first, and that is going to require a lot of stuff. So we're going to be doing that now next episode. So for now, we'll just grab what we need. So all this red alloy I have to throw this through the compressor or the forge hammer to turn it into plates. Because then we have to use those plates then with a wire cutter to turn it into wire, I think. Right? Yes. So wire cutters, single use. We'll just bookmark that. So I don't think I've made a wire cutters yet, but this goes through the forge hammer. All right. Ball mold and glass dust. Get our vacuum tubes being made. The other thing we are going to also require is some charcoal. Can I macerate up the blocks of charcoal? I can. Because we want to use this charcoal dust here to make ourselves our resistors. So that's going to be fine copper wire, regular copper wire, either balls of glue, gelatinous slime, coagulated blood, slime balls, or sticky resin. We're going to go with the slime ball route since I have an easy way of getting slime thanks to our slime trees over there. Okay, everything is taking too long. I'm upgrading these machines. 2 high pressure machines incoming. Hopefully these should go a little bit faster. It's a bit better. All right, let's make ourselves our first LV tier circuit. So to do that, wire cutters with copper foil to make fine copper. Same thing again with copper plates to make copper wire. Copper wire then surrounding a wooden plank. Or is it a different way? I need to make the circuit board here. Okay, so I need my slime. So slime mixed with the plates will make us our coated circuit boards. There we go, plenty of those. And with that, with copper wire, will make us our circuit board. Now, to make the red alloy, same thing again. Wire cutter with red alloy plates. Makes us the red alloy wire. And that needs to be run through an alloy smelter with our rubber. This machine room is so loud. While that wire is being made now, let's get ourselves our vacuum tubes and resistors. I just realized I turned all of the slime I had into circuit boards. Oh no, I still have over a stack. Okay, we're good. So, to make ourselves our resistors now, that is as simple as coal dust with fine copper wire and copper wire. So I need coal dust. Surely I have some coal dust in here. Yep, that'll do. Add a little bit of water. There we go. And this will make us our resistors. Oh, did I run out of copper wire? Oh, I turned it all into circuit boards. Okay. Hang on, let me make a little bit more. I need more copper. Never mind, I forgot I had copper on me. I'm not too worried about wasting resources right now. I just want to get this over and done with. So, some copper plates into copper wire. Done. And we have still fine copper wire. So, boom, boom. And here is our first resistors. Nice. And the only thing we're missing now, actually, I want to look at the quest book to make sure we're keeping up. Okay. I am a little bit ahead of myself. I need to make myself more rubber first. Okay, now we're caught back up with the quests. I did have to go out and find more aluminium to get more casts. So there's a little bit of aluminium left. But yeah. So now we have all these different casts to keep up with the quests here. So the next thing is the vacuum tube. And that should be fairly simple. I'm pretty sure I already have everything for it. 4 of them done. There we go. And that will bring us into our new circuit board. Oh, do I need to recraft these guys? I do. Well, that's annoying. Okay. All right. So fresh circuit board. There we go. And then we need to make ourselves the actual circuit board. And that should be the quest complete. Yes, it is. And at last, we can make ourselves our first 2 LV electronic circuits. The age of LV is upon us. Oh, yeah. Now we should be able to... Oh, we can't get into until we make the machine hull. Is that difficult? No, it's not. It's just a load of steel and some cable. There we go. And that should unlock the steam age? No. Now we need motors. That's just redstone, iron. Okay. We're getting there. Hang on. So our first 5 motors. There we go. Tin rotors now. I just need a new screwdriver. So rings, and here is our tin rotor, 7 of them. And using that now, we should be able to make ourselves our first actual machine from LV, the basic steam turbine. We're missing a tin cable. How am I missing a tin cable? No matter, we'll just make one. And all right, here is our first LV tier machine. Well, technically a generator, but turns steam into EU. So using this now, we can power our first LV tier machines. Amazing. Now, the last thing I want to grab my hands on is the conveyor belts. We can automate the steam grinders. So that is just going to require rubber plates and more tin cable. Not a problem. All right, and here is our 2 conveyor belts. Right, we can stick a chest up here and a chest up here. You're going to hate this, number 1. I hope I don't. But anyway, these will be set up like this. Oops, I think I put that on the wrong side. The only issue with that is I need a crowbar to be able to take it off. So that is 3 rods, lapis, a file, and a hammer. Okay, that's fine. So that's our crowbar. Got a flat tire. Take that off and put it up the top then. So if we look in here now at the conveyor belt, we want this to be export like it is. And it should just pump everything that's in here out every 20 seconds. 1 stack at a time. Similar to up here. Yep, you can see it's now in here. And we should be seeing the first one in. Yep, there we go. And now this thing can start running more or less automatically until these chests here get full, but I will be upgrading them now to gold chests in a bit. But I'm going to end it there, so I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell when you're at it then as well. So, without any further ado, goodbye.